Well, hello there, Philippine NARS listeners and followers. I hope that you all are well. Thank you so much for joining us again. And as you know, Philippine NARS is brought to you as a public service project of the PNANV, or the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada, in collaboration with PHLV Radio. So every year, we celebrate Nurses Week from May 6 to May 12. And this week-long celebration wraps up on the birthday of Florence Nightingale, who was the original nursing legend. It is a week to shine a spotlight on the people who keep our healthcare system running with heart, skill, and endless energy. So today, we have invited the leadership of the PNANV to talk to us about what's going on with the organization and what is being planned for this year's Nurses Week celebration. So please welcome Ms. Emer Sambo and Ms. Kay Fontanilla.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, very good. Thanks for coming, you guys. I know we're all busy today, huh? Yeah. But Emer Sambo is a nurse practitioner, an advanced APRN nurse practitioner, right? And she is the current president of the PNANV. And Emer, let's tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, hello, everyone. I'm Emerlinda Mendoza Sambo. I am the current president of the PNANV, which we call Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada. So you have to stay tuned because we're really going to talk about the in and outs of PNANV. And of course, succeeding me is this beautiful young lady over here, our president-elect.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and by the way, Kay Fontanilla is a DNP, a Doctor of Nursing Practice, so we call her actually Dr. Kay. Right, Kay? Tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kay Fontanilla. I work at the Nevada State University as a professor, so I deal with students and future nurses. I'm the current president-elect. I have so much to say about Ate Emer because she has set the ground for me, and I know it's going to be an exciting 2 years for me afterwards. So thank you, Ate Emer.
Okay, so these ladies are they're the leaders right now of the PNANV. So let's ask you a few questions, okay? So the PNANV is now in its 34th year of existence. What do you know? Wow. So what do you think about that?
So being 30 years plus 4 is 34 years. So actually we are grateful for the past BODs of this organization because they have resiliency, and at the same time, if you look at what Philippine Nurses Association, we spread our wings. If you look at the Board of Nursing, we have our former president, which is Liza Gamboa. She's now the secretary for the Nevada Board of Nursing. We have also Claudette Lakowicz, which is now with CNA Advisory. So when you say 34 years, of course within that is the progress and internal conflicts. And I think with the PNANV, we are good in putting it together because we have advisory board, which is Dr. J. Tan. So he
Not
tells,
only him, there's a
oh
few.
yeah,
Yes.
well we have Dr. Flora Saison,
The ex-presidents.
yes, and so they are the one that patch up things if we needed that help. So as you see, we are very progressive as PNANV BOD. So members, we want you to join us.
The advisory board does a pretty good job in keeping you on the straight and narrow if you kind of say you did something that is not proper, right?
Yes. So we have a CBL that does that, and that's the reason why not a lot of, if you look at nurses and you look at organizations, 34 years is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And during the COVID, PNANV with Doris, we are really out there. So PNANV is something to be proud of.
Yes, yes.
I totally
Okay,
agree.
do you have
Totally
anything to add?
And
Yeah.
yeah, just segueing to what Ate Emer was saying, you know, it's not just longevity. I would say it's legacy. And to me, as somebody who is part of the leadership now, it's humbling because we're starting from something strong, as what you said. Our board of directors, our members, they're resilient with everything that we have been through from COVID. We stepped up, we showed up, and we rebuilt.
Yes.
So what I can say is hopefully as new leaders, we'll make it more meaningful for our future nurses.
Yes, yes, very good. And I remember those days were in, well, the electronic stuff wasn't up there yet. Our website wasn't really up to par. We didn't have any of this new technical stuff that's going on these days. So we've come a long way, people.
Yes, and
That's
we are
great.
grateful.
That's good. That's really great. So, Emer, what has the PNANV up to in the last year since you started your term?
So 2025, which is last year, is very exciting and challenging at the same time. So we did the legislative, Nevada legislative, we partnered with SAIU to talk about, you know, nurse-patient ratio. We also, close to our heart, the NNA and the Board of Nursing, for the compact nurse licensure. So we're still gonna continue that with Kay's term next year.
Because it didn't pass, or no, it wasn't even on the floor, actually.
It didn't. It was. It was there. It was in the lineup, but it didn't make it.
It didn't make it.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But we started the talk with the SAIU and, you know, NNA. So we have to be together, nurses, so we can change, you know, the bedside for the nurse-patient ratio. And then also last year, we did a showcase with AAG, the Asian American Group. It's the first time we went to, how do you call this, fashion show with the autistic kids and with the Metro Police. And then coincide, we are invited for the nurses for the healthcare. It was very humbling. I didn't realize that when you go to fashion show like that, you'll be standby for like hours. And these kids were really nice. They were there to feature, you know, that even though they're autistic, they are, how do you call this, dependable. They go to work, and so we hopefully with this year, AAG will invite us again. Yes,
and that was really a great experience because each autistic kid has a different need. That's why there was a nurse beside the person, and then police officer to escort them. That was awesome. That was awesome.
I didn't get the opportunity to attend that, but I support or advocate for those who are in the spectrum. I know here in Nevada, that's what we lack, the support for them. Although I've been to different organizations like Opportunity Village that don't only cater to those who are in the spectrum, but other neurological or mental, those who have disabilities. And it's nice that we have that, but it needs to be improved or developed more to be able to cater to those who are in need of those services.
So hopefully, you know, we can move forward again and support them again this year. So we'll see how that next year, I guess.
Yes.
Because we did that this year.
Yes.
No, it was last year.
2025.
So it'll be the end of this year.
So the other thing that we did that is amazing was collaborate with the PAFERNA, the Filipino Advanced
Yes,
Registered
I
Nurses.
agree.
We did the wound care certification. That was awesome. So thank you, Doc Homer Twassen, for inviting the PNANV for that wound care class.
Right, right.
Yeah, it was an honor to collaborate with them and see the success, the outcome of that event.
Yeah, because wound care is a hot topic this year. Oh,
I
well,
agree.
it's been a couple of years.
I agree.
Yeah. So one of the biggest commitments of the PNANV is providing for relevant education for its members. And what were the themes of your previous educational seminars? And do you have another plan? I'm doing this directly to Kay because she is the education committee
Coordinator.
Chair.
Of course, we're going to make sure that we're keeping the topics or the themes relevant and meaningful for the nurses. We make sure that we know the needs of healthcare. So our latest topic, the one that we just recently, it's clinical based, nursing practice today. So we made it a bit general or broad, where we can discuss different topics from leadership to patient care, as well as clinical practice for the nurses. So how are nurses becoming satisfied with their practice, because that's very important, because they're the ones dealing with the patients, and we want them to be equipped and we want them to be satisfied and happy, because you don't always know what's going to happen when you are in 12-hour shift. Like every day you wake up, you still show up, right? We're resilient like that. And that's why we're called heroes, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
heroes.
Yeah,
So relevant topics as that. So patient safety, mental health, those are the types of topics that we have. And then how we grow our nurses to advance their degrees. We invited speakers that would speak to that. And that way we can entice the nurses to be involved and become, and have new roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
The roles of nurses are varying these days, and most of them are specified. And you have to really know what you're doing in order to deal with this, with these things, right?
Yeah, leadership is a big thing now with nurses. Every nurses are considered leaders. They make decisions, they critically think, they make judgments and sound decision for their patients. They advocate for them, especially for those who are vulnerable and not able to decide for themselves. So
Right.
that's why we make sure that they are equipped
Right.
to become leaders.
I think, guys, you have to be tuned to October 24, 2026.
Oh, that's
this is our next fall
doing?
seminar.
Yes. Save the date, please, for all the nurses out there here in Southern Nevada and Northern Nevada, where we are going to provide 6 CEUs, 6 credit units available for you to use for your renewal of your licenses. We are currently discussing what good topics, interesting topics.
Yeah,
for
that
you
are
guys.
coming about.
Yeah, it's still in its baby stages for our October 24.
Good. So
Yeah.
save the date, guys. All right. So let's talk about the scholarship program. What can you say about the PNANV scholarship program?
So scholarship is part of PNANV's legacy. We offer that for the LPNs, the RNs, and the advanced degree. Now, we have a new collaboration right now, actually, with Nevada Heart Foundation. And so we are trying to see if we can get one student, and the Nevada Heart Foundation will until the first time this student will go through the nursing program until the end, they will support this student. So we're looking into like 30,000 from the Nevada Heart Foundation under Dr. Asan, Dr. Alamo, and Dr. Malhotra. So we're hoping that we're gonna seal it, and then Kay will continue that program.
Yeah,
so
I'm
we're
so
crossing
excited
our
about
fingers.
that. Yeah, so they're paying for the tuition until
For the tuition,
this person
yes.
graduates,
Yes.
right?
So it's going to
That's
be a rigorous competition. We know that it is only one student for now, but we also have other scholarships.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Can
That
you-
we give every year for the LPN and the RN and the advanced program.
And it's not that much money, but the amount of money that gets given to these scholars helps with their needs in,
Yes.
getting
Yes.
through school, even if it's just buying books or buying whatever they would need, and they have been very grateful
Yeah.
to us. So,
And to me, it's not just the financial aspect of it. It's us telling them that we believe in them and that we support them, and that we are here for them. We're gonna join them in their journey by providing that. So it's not just the financial aspect. Just knowing that an organization is supporting them means a lot to them. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, and of course, that goes into the mentorship program that we have as well.
Yes.
They're all interconnected. So this organization is actually. I love this organization. I've been
We
joining
do.
since we all do. I'm old and I'm still part of the board. So, but anyway,
I was just
Yes.
telling Ate Doris here before we started the show how I'm so proud of being a part of this, and we have a lot of individuals who I consider as pillars of the organization. That's why we're still here standing. We stood the test of time despite all these adversities that we have faced. We're still here.
We're still here. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. That I don't know. I think I must have sewed like thousands of masks or hundreds of masks during COVID.
Yes.
But anyway, so we are there. So okay, Kay, you are the president-elect of the PNANV, and you will be taking over Miss Emer here in 2027. What is or do you will have a platform? Or you have a platform for your?
Yes. Well, first I want to say how grateful I am, and also very mindful, because I am building on the strong foundation that our current president, Ate Emer, has already placed or started. She's really put in place processes, because she loves talking about, okay, I'm putting this in for you. And those are processes and structures that I believe are already working. I can see the outcome of it, and you can see that in whatever we have been doing, the results of that. Okay, our programs are organized. We have stronger engagement from our BODs and from our members, and meaningful initiatives that we have started. Those positions that we have also submitted are there. So I want to just build on that. And it's not about changing anything, because I know change is nice.
Yeah.
But why change when we already have like strong processes in place already, right? So
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
yes,
Yeah, there you go.
So my thing is, what I'm going to do is, just sustain it, and see what I can offer with all your guidance, my mentors over here. So
She's gonna take over Philippine Nurse.
I know, Ate, you're so continuing our connection with our partners, making sure that we're continuing also the growth of our organization, continuing the growth of our nurses through the educational offerings that we are providing them, and then of course sustainability, making sure that everything that we're building is intentional and long term. Yeah.
Sustainable, right?
Yeah. So that's my platform. Just continuing.
Well,
with that.
thank you for that, Ms. Kay. And All right, so let's talk about a sensitive issue that I've been dying to ask you guys. What are your thoughts about the issue that was caused by the OBBBA to the U.S. Department of Education, which is that nursing is not considered a profession? So, what do you think about that? Who wants to start?
So we started writing a support, and of course, Jay helped us a lot with that. Dr. Jay, Kay, and everyone, and Lisa. So we submitted the paperwork to NNA, and since Kay is in education, would you please elaborate about the OBA?
That is actually a tough one to deal with, because we know what nurses have contributed, and it's not just caring for the nurses. We apply caring science. We apply science as well. We critically think. And through critical thinking and clinical judgment, we go by evidence. So that's science. So how can that not be professional? But trying to understand what the OBBA means, I think it's got something to do more with financial. The loans that nurses can get from the Department of Education, or FAFSA or something like that, that they can be granted, has lowered down. I mean, it's okay, our bachelors, that they're not affected. Those who are aspiring nurses, that's not affected. But those who are trying to advance, you know, we have nurse researchers, we have APRNs. If they're going to limit that amount that they can loan or be granted for scholarship, or that's going to be a problem. We're gonna not have enough nurses who are going to advance, or scientists. We're going to have issues with nurses who will be coming into the field, advancing their degrees.
Yeah, it will lessen the inspiration that nurses want to, you know, move forward and be better. And this is because of an outdated definition of what a professional is. For those of you who are not familiar with the OBBBA, they went by, I think it was a 1960s definition of a profession. And at that time that it was carved, nurses were not in the definition of a profession. So what this OBBBA wants to do is they want to carry it on. But like you said, we had a position paper, and also we gave it to the more powerful organizations nationwide.
Nurses Association.
Right, so that all nurses stand firm and cohesive, saying that how can you not think of nursing as a profession when you have the scientific background, you have, you know, all the things that you require of nurses in order to. So anyway, I'm very passionate about this. As you can tell.
I think it is also because with Florence Nightingale, it started as a vocation. And I think from that vocation, we spread to be nurse practitioners and critical thinkers and everything else. But with the Board of Nursing, we were stuck into that criteria. So now we just need to let them move it to the professional area, which we are already.
Which we are trying.
We are going to continue to advocate and educate our nurses.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the final voting is, but we have legislators also on both houses that actually agree with us. So that they need to change the definition. And you're right about the financial thing. If you are not considered a professional, then the lending power is limited. So, and that's a big issue.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you, ladies, for that information. Okay, so now let's talk about this year's Nurses Week. Okay, so when is it celebrated again?
It is
May 9.
May
the week
6
May 6 to 12.
May 12.
Correct.
It's starting May 6 because that was the Nurses Day that they proclaim at one point with NNA, and then they extended it to May 12 with Florence Nightingale's birthday.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
now with PNANV, our gala, which is going to be on May 9. Well, we always have a gala for nurses, but this year we are doing it different.
Yeah, well let's talk about that. Okay, yeah, I'm being cheated because, you know, May 6th is my birthday, and then there's Mother's Day, and then there's Nurses Day, and so I'm like, okay, what's a gift? So 3 gifts rolled into one. Sometimes I don't even get it. I'm just kidding. Just in one. Anyways, okay. So the American Nurses Association this year announced the theme for National Nurses Week, which is the power of nurses.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Emer, what's your thought on that?
So power of nurses. So the power itself, it is because our ability is hidden. We hold the patient, you know, we give them comfort when they are in fear or they're in pain or they're recovering. But those are subtle help for the patient. Subtle as it is, though, it's a power.
It is
you
a power,
are giving your self, and you are giving that care to that patient, and so those are hidden power of nurses, really.
Yeah.
I really like what you said, Ate, the subtle.
Yeah.
It doesn't. We know that heroes or those marvels, you know, they're pretty loud, right? With nurses, the superhero in us is it's quiet. Just touching the patient, just being there, being present. That's powerful. Yeah, and that I know that makes a difference in that patient's life during that moment of vulnerability, that powerlessness, that voice that is not there because they're very sick, they're very ill. They don't know what's going on. We are there for them, just our presence.
Yeah. So how is the PNANV celebrating Nurses Week this year?
Oh, so we are going to do it as an gala. So we are not going to wear our gowns. We are going to be ourselves, which is you can come in with your nurse's attire. You can come in as a superhero.
Yes.
So there are a lot of venues that you can do this year because it's going to be open to the public, and especially we encourage the nurses to come and join us because this is different. As I said, you can come as yourself in your scrub or your white uniform or your cap that you have in the olden days if you do. So come and join us.
Yeah, I actually have a costume. So how about you, Kay? What
I had mine made. I made my own character.
Yes.
I called it Super K, like the Kmart Super K, the big K.
Oh, the big K.
No, just because that's my name. It's whatever resonates with you. Maybe a character, a hero character that resonates with you, that you want to represent as. But it can be just you and show your superpowers through the uniqueness in you.
Yes,
We have our flyer posted over there. It's comic style, so I really want you to be joining us and have fun with us with this unique On Gala. We titled it On Gala, as what Ate Emer said, because it's not the usual, not the traditional formal attire that we're using or using as a theme. It's going to be different, but it's going to be fun.
Yes,
as well.
it's going to be fun. And we have been preparing the program, and we need to all let you know that the governor himself is attending. And you will also have a photo opportunity with the superheroes that are coming to visit us from Critical Care Comics.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
and
excited.
during the entertainment part, we have the UNLV SOLD, which is the Society of Lightsaber Duelists. So
Wow.
they'll be doing duels. So which is we're so excited. It is very, very different this
Yes.
year.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very different. So anything else you can add to that?
Yeah, so please join us May 9, 6 o'clock at Orleans Casino. So
And,
please join us.
Yeah, they can go to our website, Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada.org, click on events, and then upcoming events, and then you'll see the registration link there. And there's a means to register through that.
Right.
Invite your family members. Everybody's welcome.
Yes.
Because it's fun.
It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun, and there's of course gonna be a lot of dancing. So, why are nurses considered heroes?
So, nurses are considered heroes because we do things that are different than other profession. We look at, so I am at the bedside because I am a nurse practitioner, but I have 30 years of experience as a nurse at the bedside. So what we see actually with a patient is that we recognize things because we are always there for the patient. We are the first person. And so we see those changes. And so we prevent that patient to go to critical crisis because of those critical thinking that we see on the patient. Okay. And then aside from that also, we coordinate care. I used to work onto this long-term care actually. We have a patient that is do not resuscitate. He passed away. It's a full do not do any code. And one of the nurses says, you know what? We don't have a family of that patient. I've never seen one. And so one of the nurses says, would it be okay with you if we go there and just say some prayers for him since no one really? And I'm like, that's a great idea. So ever since when I work under that facility, if they know that there is someone that there's no relatives and there is a do not resuscitate on that, one of the CNAs will say, I'm going there. Because the patient is on telemetry, and then they're gonna see that it flatlines, and he's gonna. And so that's what I love with that facility is no one dies by themselves.
By themselves.
There
That's
are
awesome.
always
Yeah.
going
Yes.
to be someone, and so for me, that is a hero by itself. We don't tell the leadership about it because as nurses and CNAs and LPNs, it's like our obligation. Like sometimes in this world, probably there's another world there that we're gonna meet each other.
Right.
So thank you, nurses and CNAs on that facility. I do respect you a lot for that.
Very good. Okay, you have a
Well,
story you want to share?
Not really a story, but just to share what my insights are about nurses being heroes. We know that heroes are, they have powers, and nurses do have powers also, which are usually not recognized,
Exactly.
but it's
Exactly.
felt. The caring aspect, the being empathetic, being authentic, and being present no matter how tired you are, you're there, and being authentic with the patient, helping out family members go through when they're going through moments that are unimaginable. That you are there, you cry with them. You think that's impactful?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Making your patient's experience in hospital meaningful, because it's not it's not a joke being in the hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this was especially shown during COVID times because there was a time when family members were not allowed to actually visit the people with COVID or those who are pretty sick. And who's there to hold their hands and guide them through everything is the nurse.
Yeah.
So to
That is
me, they're
true.
heroes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So,
But more than anything else, I want to tell the nurses that I know that we are giving so much of ourselves. Make sure that you take care of yourself and that you matter. Yeah.
So with the PNANV, actually, we have the Ako Muna self-care, which is started by Lisa Gamboa. And actually, we are asking a grant from MGM also. So then we can spread the words for that. For the Filipino nurses and other
beyond.
nurses,
And
you
beyond.
know,
And other nurses,
and
yeah.
other nurses,
Yes.
yes. And also with our scholarship, it is open for every student.
True.
Not exclusive for
Yes.
just Filipinos, but everyone.
yes,
Yes.
And self-care is really very important because you know you won't be able to take care of people if you don't take care of yourself
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
So ako muna, me
Ako muna,
first.
that's
Me
the,
first.
So
that's the,
that's the
the title of the
title.
Hey, I
program.
coined that, you know.
Yes.
I was the one who coined it.
Put ako muna.
Yes, ako
Yes.
muna. Remember? Yeah, we
It's
started
not
with
there.
that.
Thank you for that title.
Yeah, thank you for the title. But Lisa and Dot and you all, you
Yeah,
know.
Dot co-authored that. So
I
thank
went
you.
through that program, and it's
Yes.
really very helpful.
Yes.
Very,
yes.
very helpful. And some organizations that we partnered with are considering or suggesting that not just Filipinos but other cultures
Yes.
can be interjected into that program, like another like a different version.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
different cultures have different
Yeah.
approaches to
Yes.
you know how you do self-care.
Yes.
So that's a great idea too.
Yes.
So anyway, okay. So when is the Angela happening again?
May 9, 6 o'clock at Orleans Casino. We'll see you there.
In your costumes.
In your costumes, okay. And tickets are still available. You can go to PNANV.org and select on events and the current events, and you will be able to register there and actually purchase your tickets
Yes.
with a variety of payment options.
Correct.
So, okay.
Yes.
If you need physical tickets, just give us a call and we'll get it to you.
Yes. We'll send it to you.
Yeah. Okay. So we are looking forward to seeing you there at the Orleans on May 9. Okay. So as my last question to the both of you, what is your message to all the nurses out there for this Nurses Week?
I think I already spelled my message to them that you do matter, and thank you for showing up, no matter what, even if it's you know that the unthinkable can happen on that day, you still show up. So yeah, I'd like to thank you, and I honor all the nurses.
All right. Ms. Emer?
So for me, being a nurse for a long period of time, thank goodness it doesn't look.
You don't even want to ask me how many years I have in nursing. So
I really wanted to say that you always have to do that little step because it might be the beginning of a great journey. So for us also, you know what? Go to PNANV.org. Come and join us because it might open up doors for you and also volunteer.
yes.
So
yes.
thank you, everyone. We'll see you. Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week.
All right. Well, Ms. Emer, Sambo, and Dr. Kay Fontanilla, thank you so much for joining us today and coming to Philippine Nurse today. I know it has been a while since we've had members of our board here at the podcast, so thank you for your time. And for the information that, and most of all, we actually wish to thank you all, you and the BOD, and all you do for as servant leaders. You know how it is. We don't get paid for this stuff. So anyway, thank you again. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doris.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, PHLV.
Yeah. And to our listeners and followers, we leave you with this. Why does National Nurses Week matter? Well, according to the American Nurses Association, the United States actually relies on more than 4.3 million registered nurses, the single largest segment of the healthcare workforce, accounting for over 50% of health professionals. So despite this, the profession faces mounting pressure. The national RN turnover rate sits approximately at 16.4%, and over 22% of newly hired nurses leave their positions within a year. So the country is projected to be short roughly 264,000 RNs by the end of 2026. And it is a gap that widens further in specialist and rural health settings. So, National Nurses Week provides a platform not only for us to thank the nurses who draw attention to the systemic challenges that they face, but also from staffing shortages to burnout. So it is indeed appropriate to celebrate and recognize all of the nurses, not only as a token of gesture, but to remind them that they provide the critical infrastructure for healthcare and that nurses are the heart of healthcare. So thank you very much for joining us today. Please be safe and be well. This is Doris Bauer, your Philippine Nurse host, signing off for now.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.